Hello, and welcome back to our little corner of the internet where we dive into stories that touch the heart. Today, we're exploring a tale of healing, forgiveness, and the quiet miracle of finding love right where you thought you were most unworthy. Imagine a small, misty coastal town, the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but no one really knows your story. This is where we meet Emily. For years, Emily has been living a life in grayscale. She teaches music at the local school, her days measured by the steady tick of a metronome. She's a ghost in her own life, haunted by a past she believes has stained her irreparably. She doesn't ask for forgiveness because she's convinced she doesn't deserve it. She has built walls around her heart, not to keep others out, but to keep her own guilt in. The sea air, the cry of the gulls, the gentle rhythm of the town, it's all a quiet penance. She finds solace only in the structured beauty of music, in the predictable rise and fall of notes on a page. It's a language that demands precision, not emotion. Her life is a carefully composed piece, played softly, ensuring it never reaches a crescendo that might draw unwanted attention. But life, like music, rarely sticks to the written score. One afternoon, the door to her classroom creaks open, and in walks Claire. Claire, with eyes the color of a sunrise over the ocean, and a tentative smile that seems to hold its own quiet history. She's come for violin lessons, her hands trembling slightly as she holds the bow. For Emily, it's a moment that feels like the first ray of light breaking through a long, overcast day. Something in Claire's gentle uncertainty calls to a part of Emily she thought was long dormant. It's a flicker, a small, unexpected shift in the rhythm of her carefully constructed solitude. What starts as simple music lessons, a guide to finger positions and a steady bow arm, slowly transforms. The space between the notes becomes a canvas for unspoken stories. Claire's violin, at first hesitant and shy, begins to sing with a voice full of longing and a touch of old sadness. Emily, in teaching Claire how to draw emotion from the strings, finds her own locked-away feelings stirring. The classroom, once just a place of work, becomes a sanctuary. Their conversations, initially about Bach and Vivaldi, drift into more personal melodies. Claire speaks of her own scars, of feeling lost and disconnected. Emily, listening, finds a strange comfort in their shared vulnerability. One rainy afternoon, as they practice a particularly difficult piece, Claire's frustration gets the better of her. The notes are jarring, out of tune. She puts the violin down, her shoulders slumping. "I can't get it right," she whispers, her voice thick with unshed tears. It's like, there's a part of me that's broken, and the music knows it. Emily, without thinking, reaches out and gently places her hand over Claire's. The contact is electric, a current of warmth that travels straight to Emily's guarded heart. "It's not broken," Emily says, her voice softer than she intended. "It's just waiting to be heard." In that moment, the lesson is no longer about music. It's about permission. Permission to be imperfect, to be learning, to be healing. That single touch opens a floodgate. Emily finds herself sharing slivers of her own story, pieces of the guilt that has been her constant companion. She speaks of mistakes, of a past that feels like a weight she can never set down. Claire doesn't flinch. She doesn't judge. She just listens, her sunrise eyes full of a compassion that Emily has never been shown, least of all by herself. Claire's touch becomes a new language for them. A hand on an arm during a difficult passage, fingers brushing as they turn a page of sheet music. Each small gesture is a note in a new, unwritten symphony. It's a language of acceptance. Claire's touch isn't just tender. It feels like absolution. It's a gentle, persistent force that chips away at the stone walls around Emily's heart. With every shared melody, with every quiet confession whispered over the scent of rosin and old wood, Emily feels a piece of her burden lift. Claire doesn't try to fix her. She simply holds space for her pain, validating it, and in doing so, diminishing its power. She shows Emily that her past is a part of her story, but it doesn't have to be the entire book. Love, she learns, isn't about erasing the scars. It's about kissing them, about seeing the beauty in the journey that created them. Their love story finds its crescendo not in a grand public declaration, but in the quiet echo of a small seaside chapel. It's a place they stumble upon during a walk, empty and filled with the soft, diffused light of a coastal afternoon. There, surrounded by the scent of old wood and salt, with the sound of the waves as their only witness, they don't need to pray. Their salvation isn't in a hymn or a sermon. It's in each other's arms. Emily looks at Claire, her heart so full it feels like it might burst into 1,000 new melodies. For the first time in years, she feels worthy. Worthy of this love, this moment, this peace. Claire's hands, no longer trembling, cup Emily's face. Her touch doesn't erase the past, but it redeems it. It's a promise, silent but certain, that love can mend what guilt has broken. It is the profound realization that you don't have to be perfect to be loved perfectly. In that chapel, two women find something secret. They find a harmony that transcends music. They find a home. This story is a beautiful reminder that sometimes the greatest healing comes not from forgetting our past, but from finding someone who helps us carry it and loves us not in spite of it, but because of it. It's a story about the quiet miracle of being seen and loved exactly where you are. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content that explores the depths of the human heart. Your support means the world. Until next time, be kind to yourselves and to each other.